Hey, yo, what's up, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. That'll be much appreciated. So, you know how I'm like watching anime that I don't like or I'm just not really a fan of, and I'm giving it a bit of a chance? Well, I watched the season 2 of Danmachi, and let me just tell you, yeah, this wasn't a high. The first season was actually way better, and the second season was it was cool. It had some good moments. I'm definitely going to tell you about it, but, all right, we'll get into it. So when I say Danmachi disappointed me, it seemed to really want to head towards in the season 2 the idea of this harem. It kind of had the plot strung along this entire season, but it became this kind of revolving door of new people being introduced, and they're only used as characters for like some sort of love interest. And it's kind of illustrated when you start seeing how like season 3 pops off, which I'm very early on season 3. But season 2, we are basically going to the pleasure corner of our little village. And we are seeing courtesans, we are seeing the nightlife, we are seeing a new family of gorgeous babes, of melanated skin that are just incredible and very strong and can totally beat the hell out of Belle. And we see that very often. Like, Bella's still getting the shit kicked out of him this season, let me just tell you. Now there's a couple moments where he comes through, but he's getting his ass whooped as usual, which I don't particularly mind because he has his cool moments. Also, he's going in the dungeon, he's doing the damn thing, and he looks more confident, he looks more able to handle what's gonna happen to him, and things do happen to him, especially in this season.
Do you always make such a racket?
Along with a returning group of different characters, we're seeing the world be a little bit widened up. We're starting to understand the casualness of everything and the forgotten rules and almost conquests that are there. It's kind of getting talked about. It's kind of coming to. The world seems a little bit more familiar to us, but it's getting livened out where we meet other gods from different places. We meet different characters with different desires. And also, we get a better understanding of why the gods are doing what they're doing. Like, there's tiny morsels throughout the season for us to sink our teeth into. And that's the incredibly interesting part about it. Like, Danmachi has a lot of good in it. It is not like a boring anime that doesn't have anything to, like, tell within a story. It actually has a solid main character, an interesting world, and characters you actually fall in love with. But when it tries to go for the easy plot points and kind of doesn't want to ramp it up, doesn't want to give us more than what it could totally be added to the story. Like, towards the end of the first season, it got so celebratory in like moving forward, in going through the dungeon and moving forward. It all felt so incredibly fun, and the culmination was exciting. I was excited for the second season, and for the second season to end up us just saving a princess and being added on to just another large harem, and Belle just like, I don't know, getting into this weird place where he has a score of women interested in him, but he's interesting, but he's not that interesting. Wow, that sounds like hate. But I feel as though the anime got a little distracted from its main goal or focus. Now, I don't mind a Save the Princess arc. I don't mind that, but it felt as though it was really distracting. Like, I think this could have been wrapped up within like 5 episodes, and then we could have really gotten to the plot and why she was needed to be a part of our party instead of the main focus of the entire moment.
Wait. Now let's get started.
But I mean, that's just me. I think Danmachi had a couple episodes where we finally talked about like romance, but like in a sincere way where we end up in a village. This is kind of a spoiler. It's towards the end of the anime. And we're actually exploring what gods and like human beings, what that love actually could be. It was a sincere episode where we looked up and we saw that it may not end up perfectly because supposedly, at least from what I understood from the episode, if the god dies, they just return to heaven. And someone, I don't know, maybe they might not meet ever again. And it kind of widens up the world into understanding what happens between these different characters. And we also meet gods from different places. This anime has a way of giving you things, but then like immediately kind of running away from it because it's like maybe it's just too serious and maybe not so funny and happy-go-lucky. Maybe Danmachi isn't trying to be an anime that's a little bit more thought-provoking or even an anime with a sincere goal other than selling merch and giving you a new waifu of the week to care about. But I feel like Danmachi has the potential, and right now I'm starting season 3 and I hope it gets back to that, even though we just got added a new waifu and I'm just like, why does this matter? Even though there is a premise behind it that I'm kind of interested in, I just wish it wouldn't devolve into, you know, like whatever anime tropes that things usually devolve into when a new waifu comes about. Danmachi has potential. It is very much an interesting world. I've said this numerous occasions, but season 2 felt as though it was a step down. Yeah, Belle got stronger. Yeah, we saw more characters and more instances, and we saw the rocky nature between some of the gods, and we got rid of one, and we got a little bit of widening of the world, but it felt as though it was such a detour that it was kind of boring on certain episodes. I didn't necessarily fully enjoy it as much as I enjoyed season 1.
We can't bring ourselves to stop sleeping with men. You're all arrogant, wild, and strong.
Now, most of this is my opinion. You could probably love season 2 of Danmachi. Just for me, I think season 1 packed in so many different things besides the romance that I was actually excited, and I felt as though we went through a bit of an adventure and I learned about a fantastical world that, you know what, I wouldn't mind being a part of. But season 2 felt like a step away, and it was up to anime's usual shenanigans that is not really interesting to me if I'm not like 15, you know? And no offense to 15-year-olds, that's just not the plot points I'm really interested in. So with all that being said, season 2 is kind of disappointing. I'm gonna watch season 3, and hopefully it gets better. I'm hoping, man. But listen, if it becomes just a harem simulator, I think I'm good. I don't want to waste my time watching this. So we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll have another video about season 3. If not, you probably know the reason why. Thank you so much for watching. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think there's more out there for Danmachi and I'm just not giving it a chance? You can gladly tell me I'm wrong. I have no problem. And maybe it'll push me to keep trying. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you so much. Take care and be well.